Motion 3. Motion 3 is to remove World Service Narateen Safety Policy and Guidelines, S-332, from the list of conference-approved literature, CAL. The motion maker is the World Service Narateen Committee. In the rationale and intent, it is explained that the Narateen Safety Policy and Guidelines can be found in the Narateen section of the Guide to Local Service and in the new World Service Narateen Safety Handbook, and so this older publication is now outdated and no longer needed. If this motion passes, the World Service Office will cease publication of this outdated publication as it begins publication of the new Narateen Safety Handbook, which is being voted on in the Conference Approval Track, CAT, Service Literature in this year's conference. Motion 4. Motion 4 states, in the Narateen Information Pamphlet S-330, quote, interested in giving back by becoming a facilitator for a Narateen or preteen group, end quote. In the subtitle on the front cover, delete, quote, or preteen, end quote. The subtitle would then read, interested in giving back by becoming a facilitator for a Narateen group? The motion maker is the World Service Narateen Committee. If this motion is approved, the words, quote, or preteen, end quote, would be removed from the subtitle of the pamphlet. The rationale and intent state that this follows the World Service Narateen policy established in the Guide to Local Services regarding not having preteen meetings and would eliminate any confusion about whether there are Narateen meetings for preteens. There would be no financial impact. Motion 30. Motion 30 states, quote, in the Guide to Local Services on pages 7.1 through 7.4 in the English version, in the section titled Narateen Groups, delete the portions detailing the requirements and running of Narateen groups, and replace with new language directing members to the new Narateen Safety Handbook, end quote. The motion maker is the World Service Narateen Committee. This motion seems very long, as it includes 4 pages of the Guide to Local Services, but as you look through it, it becomes clear that the bulk of the content of these pages contains strike-throughs, or material that is being deleted. Near the beginning of the section is an explanatory paragraph which states, quote, details regarding Narateen groups can be found in the World Service, WS, Narateen Safety Handbook. It provides detailed information to assist area, regions, or NSOs to develop a Narateen program. The handbook includes information on local safety policy and guidelines, training, certification and registration of facilitators and groups, Narateen service positions, and how to start and conduct Narateen meetings, end quote. The intent is to delete redundant Narateen safety policy and guidelines found in the Guide to Local Services and consolidate it into the World Service Narateen Safety Handbook. The rationale is that the World Service Narateen Safety Handbook is the primary document to assist areas, regions, or NSOs to develop a Narateen program. Only basic information can be found in the Guide to Local Services with a reference to the Narateen Safety Handbook. If this motion is approved, the Narateen section of the Guide to Local Services will be updated following the conference. Since a reprint of the Guide to Local Services will occur because of the World Service Conference 2025 anyway, this is not an added cost to the fellowship.